Hey, how's it going, everyone? I am Jared Johnson, the Jared J, talking some fantasy football today, specifically Dynasty fantasy football. I'm going to talk about 5 players, 5 rookies that I'm stashing on my Dynasty rosters. I'm currently in 4 Dynasty leagues, and I'm stashing as many of these guys as I can on as many of those leagues as possible. Number 1 guy I'll start out with, quarterback from the University of Alabama, now with the Seattle Seahawks, Jalen Milroe. He's not starting right away, which I think is great for his overall development. He's backing up Sam Darnold. Look, I know all the criticism. He's really an athlete and not a quarterback. He needs to work on his accuracy. He needs to work on his consistency. I concur with those things. The arm strength is great. The speed and athleticism is great. That rushing ability is deadly. All I'm saying is I view him like a lottery ticket. People buy lottery tickets because they can pay a little bit, and if they don't get anything, it's not the end of the world. If they hit big, now they've won the lottery. That's why it's called winning the lottery. I've been getting Milroe in the mid-second to mid-third round of my rookie drafts. I'm not saying draft him over Ashton Genty, but if you can get this guy, I've got him in all 4 of my Dynasty leagues, stashing him on my bench, because if he ever gets a chance to start, he ever figures out the accuracy, I think he could be deadly. And just keep in mind, a few years ago, all this talk about this guy needs to move to receiver, he's just an athlete, not a quarterback. The same things were being said about Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts, and they've done okay. Is Milroe as good as they are? I'm not saying that. But if the guy figures out these things he needs to polish, I think he could be deadly. I think he's worth the stash. Second guy, tight end from Bowling Green University, Harold Fannin Jr., drafted by the Cleveland Browns. Had a monstrously productive year in college. I understand the criticism against him too. He played against weaker competition, but his best games were against their toughest competition. Go look at his stats and you'll see that. His productivity was crazy. He's a good route runner. He's got good hands. He also is not probably going to start right away because Cleveland's starting tight end is David Njoku. So this will give Fannin a little time to adapt to the NFL. Also, Njoku is in the final year of his contract here. So if Fannin adapts, learns the offense, adapts to the speed of the NFL, he could be Cleveland's starting tight end by year 2. I think this guy has the potential to actually have a great career in the NFL. Whether it happens or not, I can't tell you. But he's definitely worth the stash. I've got him on, I think, 3 of my Dynasty rosters. Next guy, running back from Kansas University, Devin Neal, drafted in the 6th round by the New Orleans Saints. I'm still shocked he fell that far. I wanted the Commanders to take him earlier. They didn't. That's okay. Devin Neal had 3 consecutive 1,000-yard rushing seasons for the Kansas Jayhawks. He falls to the 6th round. Oh, he's not the biggest guy. 5'11", 213. He's also not the smallest. Oh, he's just not that fast. He ran a 4.57 at the combine. I don't get scared off one way. I don't get too excited one way or another about 40 times. I'm not drafting somebody to run track in the Olympics. I'm drafting a football player. So if he's got good vision and good balance and agility, 4.57 is not slow, okay? Everybody doesn't have to be Jahmyr Gibbs. He can still have a productive NFL career. I see a lot of potential in him. He probably won't do a lot as a rookie, which is why I'm getting him either late 3rd round or off of waivers in my rookie drafts. I've got him on 3 of my dynasties. Alvin Kamara is their starting running back in New Orleans. He's 30 years old, a lot of usage, some injury history. He can't possibly be their starter forever. Devin Neal, possibly by year 2, could take over that backfield. I think he's got a lot of potential. Next guy, wide receiver from Colorado State, Torrey Horton, that was drafted by the Seattle Seahawks. Some of you may not have heard of him. That's exactly why you can get him so late in your Dynasty rookie drafts and stash him on your bench, because your league mates may not know about him either. This past year, his final year of college, I think he only had around 500 yards receiving. He dealt with some injuries. That's why a lot of people didn't know about him. You look back at his college career, as a sophomore and junior, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. I think the talent's there. I think the speed's there. He got drafted by Seattle. They let Tyler Lockett go in free agency. They traded DeKalin Zechariah Metcalf to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who do they have as weapons? Jackson Smith and Jigba is a great receiver. They signed Cooper Kupp in the offseason, but look, Cooper Kupp's had a good career. He's in his 30s. He's already slowing down. Even if it takes Torrey Horton by year 2 to carve out a role in that offense, I think the opportunity's there. I think the talent's there. I think he's worth stashing. I've got him in all 4 of my Dynasty leagues. And then the 5th guy, one of my favorite rookies of this year's class, running back from Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas, drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs, Brashard Smith. This guy had over 1,300 yards rushing his final year of college. He's a converted wide receiver with 4.39 speed. The Chiefs got him in the 7th round of the draft. He's another one I was irritated that the Commanders didn't get a little bit sooner. This guy fell because, he's not the biggest guy. I think he's under 200 pounds. I think the talent's there, and he's now in an offense on a team coached by one of the greatest coaches of all time and playing with one of the greatest quarterbacks. I know my producing partner, Chris Black, will concur with that. I think Brashard Smith, at the very least, can be like Jerick McKinnon was. If you've forgotten, 2022, Jerick McKinnon had 9 touchdown receptions. If you're fast and you can run routes and get open in that offense, Patrick Mahomes will find you. But Pacheco's coming off a leg injury. Kareem Hunt can't be around too much longer. Even if it takes Brashard Smith a year, I think he's going to carve out a role in this offense, and I think he could be deadly because he's a 7th round gold mine if they incorporate him into that offense. I've got him on all 4 of my dynasties as well. These are all guys you can get either late in your rookie drafts or even off of waivers. Don't expect a lot your first year, but that's why we're talking about dynasty stashes. All these guys, even if they don't hit for a year or 2, I think are worth the long-term investment. So hopefully that helps you all out. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Let me know some guys you're stashing on your dynasty rosters. Let me know why you don't think some of these guys will ever succeed. I'd love to hear from you. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode. If you did, please show that by clicking the like button. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. It will help enable me to continue to bring you this type of content, as well as many other types. So thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a great week, and hope I'll see you again real soon.